Yeah, my coworker went to St. Thomas. I gotta start experiencing these U.S. Virgin Islands and U.S. territories, man. They're beautiful. First of all, I have to start with beautiful Puerto Rico, number one.
Yeah.
It's a shame and failure on my side that I haven't been there until now. But yeah, my coworker went to uh, St. Thomas, and he brought me this rum. So thanks to my good friend, my amazing guy, man. You gotta meet him, Augusto.
Oh, definitely.
And
We gotta get out one day,
and
man.
guess what? This is I just noted Puerto Rican rum.
That
tastes good.
Hey, that's what. Hey,
Very delicious.
You know, I'm normally not a dark rum drinker, but you know, that's a smooth rum. You know, one day we got to get out. There's this old timey whiskey bar around here in Sunrise. Just me and you. Just have me and you day.
For sure.
And it's like old timey. I don't drink a lot of whiskey, but it has that classy feel. It's like a cigar bar. Like, you know, really nice, man. You know, I don't think Mama would like it, so it's like more of a me and you type of thing.
Hey, it's the man thing.
Yeah.
Everyone, listen. This is what I think. Let me see what's going on. What's all right? Everybody has the thing going on, you know. Everyone. Some people, I don't get, even people, they tell me, "Hey Reza, why don't you do this? Why don't you that?" Hey, listen, I have certain things that I like to do, right?
Right.
I like to smoke cigar. I like to travel. In my free time, I like to chill, you know? I like to do different things. So when somebody is telling me, when is a counter on some manly things that I do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
When I go smoke a cigar, or when on Sunday I enjoy watch a football game, you know? Or dude, recently I have been addicted to Formula One.
They have that new movie, F1.
I can't wait to go watch
That
it.
Brad Pitt movie?
If you're available, we should go, because Abby is coming too. We all have to go watch it together, man.
Definitely.
We should go. Yeah.
I was gonna be here tomorrow, but my girl surprised. You know, my girl and my sister surprised me with tickets because I really want to see the new Karate Kid movie. I'm a big, you know, I watched all 4 seasons of Cobra Kai. You know, I'm a big Mr. Miyagi type fan, so you know, I'm like, you know, she's like, well, I got it. I'm like, don't worry, we just change it up for Saturday. You know, it's not that serious. You know, it's just, so you know, it's really nice, man. I tell you, it's I can't wait. You know, it just brings back the 1980s in me.
No, I agree, man. I'm very happy for you. Dude, so when I went to Formula One here in Miami, it was a good experience.
I went last year.
Yeah, I like, goddamn, man, it's a fascinating sport. It's the involvement of human being, physics, technology, mathematics, freaking money. Like I never seen money. I never seen a sport that so many things, like everything is involved within the sport. Let me give you an example. As someone that I'm a big fan of soccer, you don't have to have high education to become a soccer player, you know. Yeah, you know, you start with the hardship and things like that. Same thing in many sports. But like, I think the way that Formula One has been designed, there is so many elements involved with Formula One. Education is part of it, you know. Wealth is part of it. Politics is part of it. Dude, it's just like every day I'm learning something new about this, you know. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to go to Formula One. Amazing.
We went last year. Let me tell you, we had to hold the flag. So we held the flag. Donald Trump was right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then there was Mark Anthony. He sang the anthem. And you know, me and Mama are big Mark Anthony fans. And I'm like, Boricua. The dude's like from here, approximately like 10 meters away from us. Right? I'm like, Boricua. And she had the camera on him. And, you know, I didn't have my camera because I had my hand on the flags. before we unfurled it. And he turned around and he acknowledged us. And she just threw her freaking phone like this. And went, ah! I'm like, you ruined this freaking moment. You ruined this moment. She's like, well, I got excited. I'm like, it was great, and it was good and bad at the same time, because I had a serious case of the Hershey squirts. bro, I have I don't give a shit. It's my medical stuff, anyways. My largest intestine has like 1 million freaking doggone freaking like canker sores on it. And let me tell you, me estaba explotando el culo, man. And it felt like for almost until I got my colonoscopy. Get that? When you're over 40, get your colonoscopy. It felt like every day was a Taco Bell day. Just freaking destruction. I'm just glad she's still with me through that, man. Because it would interrupt my life until I got the issue fixed. But God bless cancer free.
Congratulations, man.
Because they check that. They're like, it's not cancer, you're good. You just got a really sensitive tummy. And let me tell you, I was holding the flag, and it was really great and all, but I had to run to the porta potties, and I felt like I was back in Iraq again. Like, you ever seen in Iraq when you take, we have porta potties. Initially, in Iraq, we burned our own shit. You just burned our own shit. I became a shit burning master. I had it down to like a science. I get that sucker down to, hey, look, it's a little bit of diesel fuel at a time. Little. You don't put all the diesel. You put a little and you stir. A little and you stir until all the poo is ash. But then we got the wonderful porta potties. And it just felt so great because I looked in it and everybody wrote their graffiti on the porta potties. And so we were playing, so I was looking left and it said, porta potty freaking racquetball. Look left. Look right. Look left. And then it has another one. Here I sit, broken hearted. Tried this shit, but only farted. Then one day I took a chance. Tried to fart and shit my pants. I'm like, yes, go Army.
Well, now I'm looking at myself with my glasses and my Pink Floyd shirt. Jeez, man.
I'm wearing a SpongeBob today.
I love it, man. I wish I never experienced going to Pink Floyd concert. I'm a big fan of Pink Floyd. I wish I could go. I mean, when Roger Waters and the legends were in Pink Floyd. Dude, I wanted to... Shit, I had these things I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, let's, I wish we had an outline. We should next time outline.
No, man, this is by the way, this is our first ShitShow show. We want to talk about everything.
Oh, I just talked about shit for the people.
Yeah, we want to talk about everything. We want to talk about politics. We want to talk about all the bullshit going on in the world. I want to talk about I don't know how close you are following the news about this U.S. and Iran negotiations. Have you been watching those?
No, I haven't, but I kind of heard about it. Give me a little bit more detail.
So, apparently, I want to make this clear. I think everybody knows that. What we hear in the news is different to what's going on behind the closed doors. And this is my personal perspective. I want to give my answer from the beginning and then explain to you what's going on. I hope a deal never happens between Iran and the United States. That's my standings on that.
Because it would leave the fucking mullahs in there.
And the shitload of money, and my people gonna be, destroyed. But here is the thing. I think United States government are working hard, closely to make a deal, this nuclear deal with this government. I think sometimes they forget for past 46 years how many hostage they were held by these mullahs in Iran. How many U.S. soldiers died by roadside bombing in Iraq
because of Iranians,
because of the IRCG. I think they forget about that. um, so many attacks happen, um, including in the U.S. soil, that you know uh, some of those citizens, they were originating from different countries. Um, so I hope this deal never happens, because um, it's just expanding the lifetime of this regime and what this regime is going to do, just like everything they were doing for past 46 years, lying to the international community, lying to the world. I think everybody forget about that 2 years ago. Forget about 46 years. 2 years ago, it was huge demonstration around the world by Persians, by many foreigners supporting Iranian people, that they the protesting, the mass many protests, they killed the Iranian girl that was not wearing a hijab, things. I think international community forget about that. you know it's hurting. It's truly hurting, and I hope this deal doesn't go through. um but dude, it's a shit show around the world. Today I was just like, I was doing my I was just doing some work on my personal laptop, and I had my other computer on, watching, glance at news. Dude, it's like, what the hell is going on? You got Russia and Ukraine, and you got this China just going around them, and then you got Iran, and then you got Israel, and then you got freaking United States, and then you got the problems of South America and Latin America. It's a shit show, man. Like part of me, every summer I take vacations. Part of me this summer, I just want to stay here. I do not want to leave. I mean, fucking what the hell is going on around the world?
I mean, come to DR with us, man.
Dude, I have to experience Dominican Republic with you.
We're probably headed down in August, so
Nice.
so for her birthday. But we don't stay on Punta Cana. We go to Sosua. We go to, like, a whole bunch. I went the whole island. It's amazing. It's an amazing. The people are so friendly. The people are so nice. I couldn't experience it good the first time I was there, because remember, I was still I had issues with my stomach. Hey, Poppy, yo, let me tell you. Once again, this is a shit show, so we're gonna talk about my bowel movements real quick, bro. It was so bad. We had to pull over, and we went to some like little bodunk town, and it was a hole. Basically, might as well have been a hole in the ground. And I'm like, pull over now. I went to the shop, Poppy. I gave them $10. I was like, I am so sorry, because I went in there to use the toilet, and it didn't flush. They had no water. I was like, oh my God, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. And it was like, you could hear the shit. I'm like, it was like a hole in the ground. It was dirt everywhere. And I went to turn on the water. It didn't turn on. I'm like, I gave that lady $10. I'm like, I am so sorry for what I've done.
Damn.
Just for us to go down there and see a freaking gas station that was like modern. But now the second time around I went, my stomach was a lot better. I had my medication, it's managed. It was. I got to experience it a little bit more. I'll be just to let y'all know. I let myself get out of shape, because that's what happens when you get into relationships. I will show everyone a picture of pre me before I met my girlfriend. Not saying she's bad. She's an amazing gal. She's an amazing gal, but when I mean I was like muscle fit, man. Like I was good to go. Look at this guy right here. Look at this. Look at
Wow.
that. Look at that. Look, I got a second chin now. As a matter of fact, it's like a second head on top of me, underneath me, just hanging there. If I open it up, I could put pocket change in there. But that's what happens when you're happy. And mujer, man, brother, every morning before I go to work, this is what's wrong with these women these days. We're going there.
Yeah.
This is what's wrong with women these days. Every morning when I wake up, my girlfriend has breakfast for me.
Hey.
Every day she packs my lunch for me.
Hey.
And when I come home, she has dinner for me. But we live in such a society. What have you done for me? What have you done? I have a damn good woman. I appreciate her. You know what I bought her for Mother's Day? A Gucci purse. Why? Because those fucking sandwiches matter. You know what I mean? A fucking sandwich fucking matters. The biggest fallout with my ex-wife that I had, make me a motherfucking sandwich. God damn. A motherfucker's hungry. Motherfucker, tell me that when you up at 2 a.m. in the morning, chilling out, right? That you ain't hungry. Tell me. What makes your beat your hard as a rock when your girl comes through with a freaking sandwich? You're like, tear comes out your eye. Like, what is this? Is this jamon? And yo, she puts on a little panini press too.
I never experienced that before,
bro. Cause
I never ever experienced that before, man.
Never.
It's I guess it's going back to that subject originally we were talking about. Is I mean, it's amazing when you have a partner, whatever you want to call girlfriend, wife, spouse.
No.
No. I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
I'm saying from my point of view, you know, when you have someone that does that for you, it's very appreciative. I never experienced that, you know.
Ladies, listen. You hear this? You hear this? Pressed ham sandwich can be worth a Gucci bag. A pressed sandwich can be worth a Gucci bag. You know, you might freaking gawk 3,000. That's not gonna fill my stomach. A pressed sandwich, especially, you know, after a couple blunts. I'm gonna say this one more time. A pressed sandwich. Look, they're on Amazon. The little presser thing. I don't want to hear this shit. $59.99 on Amazon. Get it before the tariffs hit. Listen, a pressed sandwich can get you a Gucci bag. Huh? Think about that. You know,
you're increasing the price high. Maybe next time they say, "Hey, I went grocery shopping. Now I deserve a Louis Vuitton bag."
No, that's not grocery shopping, Papa. No, it's some things are priceless.
Yeah, I agree.
Some things are priceless.
I agree.
Some things are priceless. You know, these young chicks don't get it. They don't even know how to cook anymore. My mom told me a long time ago, and she, you know, in her rough ways, she told me, you know, of course in her broken English. You know, you met my mom before, but she said, no woman wants a man that can cook. She didn't mean that can't cook. If you are self-sufficient and you know how to cook, and I know how to cook. You had my cooking.
Amazing. Best chicharron.
You know, wait, you know, you gotta. I wish you would have came over for Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah.
Pero,
sorry, man.
It's all good. You know, it's when a man doesn't have to cook. He can. He's self-sufficient, but when he doesn't have to, when you cook that good stuff, you throw some seasoning in that son of a bitch, a little bit sofrito, some adobo. Listen, for y'all people that never heard of adobo, get up on it. But listen, it's everything. It's everything. And these, you know, I was watching this thing on you know, if the first thing she does when she jumps in your Mercedes, your Acura, or whatever luxury car that you drive, because we don't drive no bullshit here. The first thing she does is open social media, she got to go. It's the 1950s equivalent of not opening your door for you to get in.
Repeat that again.
Hey,
first thing, from that first thing. What was that again?
If the first thing she does,
yeah,
jumps in your car and she opens social media, she got to go. It is the equivalent of the 1950s things of not reaching over and opening the door for you. I mean, she's a selfish bitch. She got to go.
I like that.
She got to go.
I like that.
Because that means she's about herself and not about you.
I like that analogy. That's amazing. I like that.
You know, and these females gonna find out. They're gonna find out that beauty only lasts forever.
Correct.
Look, the only reason I have hair is Rogaine. Okay, go to Hims. It works. because these suckers they was receding back. They was receding back. I got the shit back now, okay? But eventually, look, this used to be black. I used to pintarlo. I used to paint it. But I'm telling you, beauty is fleeting. Get y'all some skills. Get in them kitchen. Find somebody.
Dude.
Find some Latina friends, man.
When was the you went to the what comedy stand up did you go to?
Man, I've been to so many.
That's amazing, dude. The last one, who was it?
I went and I saw this guy. He does like this humor, but it's like freaking internet humor. And he does like charts and darts and shit, And he said it says 1 out of every 6 people are Chinese. And he said, technically speaking, statistics do lie, because on your 6th child, that will be a Chinese child. Yo, the guy was amazing. The guy, I've seen, if you ever go to, right here at Dania Point, great comedy show. And me as being a former amateur stand-up comic, I always say this. So in the military, we had there's this show called Last Comic Standing. I was not on that show, okay? Just letting you know that. But there's this military version of it, and it's freaking amazing. And so I played second place, and it was amazing. I did such a great job, man.
Amazing, man.
There was only 2 people, but I played second place.
Nice.
It was fantastic.
Nice, amazing. No, I can see that, man. That's awesome.
But you try your best, man. You really try your best. The guy is Don McMillan. It was at the Improv, and that dude was amazing. It was in Miami. So let's just to be real with you, it was never my looks that got me chicks. It was never really my looks, because you either pretty and dumb, or you're funny and ugly. I think I fall on the ugly side, But it's funny how the ha turns into ha ha. It's amazing.
It's dude.
So there's, because remember, beauty fades. I want to ask you, do you want to be with someone that can't hold a conversation?
Hell no. I hate it when so I think that's one of the, I think as I grow and I become more mature, I have better point of view who I want to be with. I'm sure as my close friends, the ups and downs I had in my personal life, but this is what I learned. First of all, I think everybody hits maturity in different age.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's not biology at all. It's not by you hit the maturity at different age. I certainly become mature when I'm in mid-30s. I tell you right now. Before that, I think it was one time we were working together. Our offices were across each other. You look at you look at me. You said, I never forget that. There are a couple of things that I don't forget in my life. One time, one of my co-workers, before we started working together, he told me, he's like, "Hey Reza, you have to learn to say no. You say yes to everyone." And then the second experience I had, it was you. You told me, Reza, your problem is you're just a very nice guy, So, going back to that point that you mentioned, holding a conversation, absolutely. Recently when I go on a date, I have to clarify from beginning that, listen, 99.9% of things that it comes out of my mouth is humor. It's dark comedy, dark joke. You cannot, if you don't want to be happy, if you don't want to understand humor, you cannot live with me. What do you want me to talk about when we are having a dinner, when we are even in my phone conversation? Half the shit I say is dark humor, and that's what makes me happy. I don't know. Majority of people, they have problem with being happy.
They really do. Like, here's the highlight of my day is when I say something stupid and you laugh. Because you don't know, Riz has got this genuine laugh. There it is. He goes,
it's the evil laugh. I was walking in the hospital, right? I was just walking in the hallway. I don't know, something came to my mind. I started laughing. I hear the voice coming from one of the rooms. It's like, oh, Reza is walking. It's like
his laugh lights up a room, man. It's so freaking awesome. So, I've said plenty of things. A lot of stupid shit. We went through, I didn't understand Reza at first. He went through some things. And at the time, I was happily married, and hopefully, I don't get too little tipsy, because
all good, man. Just grab it.
Let's be real. I'm gonna say this to you guys, and I want you guys to remember this. Okay, this is this came from a very wise sage. It's passed down from generations to generations. The dildo of consequences rarely ever comes lubricated. Okay?
That's amazing.
So
I like that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the dildo of consequences rarely ever comes lubricated, my friends. I think Aristotle said that. No, Plato. And when you make mistakes, when you make stupid decisions, expect stupid results, and it's going in there dry. Okay,
I agree.
It's going in there dry. It will not. It is not going to feel good. Will no way feel pleasurable off of stupid decisions, and hopefully I don't drink too much where I make stupid decisions.
Cheers.
But mira,
cheers.
Pa arriba, pa abajo, pa centro, pa dentro. Don't worry. Don't call ice on me. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm one of the legal ones. It's like that, I've been watching. I try to stay apolitical as possible. I'll tell you. I used to lean left. And then it turned into too much rainbow hair, and everybody looked like freaking My Little Pony over there. and then I went over there and I saw too many burning crosses.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what?
Stay at the middle.
Let me tell you, they used to say in the Army, all you see is green, and that's true. To a certain extent, yeah, all we see is green. So I said, all I see is green, and there was this congressman that really freaking enlightened me. He was on a podcast with Jon Stewart, which who leans left. It is Representative
By the
Thomas.
way, I'm a big fan of Jon Stewart. Amazing, and he has done a lot for veterans, more than freaking all these politicians. Remember who got the pit burn?
Yeah. The PACT Act.
Yeah.
But he had this guy named Thomas Massey, and let me tell you, I'm on the Rand Paul Thomas Massey train, because green matters. You want to know where the money is. We are $36 trillion in debt. Holy fucking shit. Mm-hmm. Money freaking matters. And the thing is, look, some of it is we've had some emergencies that were made through stupidity. The housing market popping in 2008. Sometimes it takes money to fix issues. And then the freaking you have COVID, there's the China virus, and I'm not going to call it that. It's a virus. These things, bird flu happens, shit happens, okay? Shit happens, I call it super high intensity training, because you will learn. Get it? SHIT, super high intensity training. So you will learn. And shit happens, but we exploded this freaking debt. It would take a reduction of $1 trillion a year and 36 years to pay this shit off. Holy fucking shit.
Let's go. So I apologize, everyone. We had a technical issue. We had to, if you see a little bit of cut, we had
A little bit of cock? What?
we had to stop and then come back. So, thanks for your patience. Bobby is going hard on that Puerto Rican rum.
Man, this shit is good. Look,
It's a very good rum. Very good rum.
I'm not an advocate of dark rum, okay? But ron del barilito. Mira, este está cabrón, okay? I no speak mucho English. But this is good stuff, man. It's good. It's really good. It's a little bit past the 80 proof, so tranquilo, papa, tranquilo.
Puerto Ricans are a big fan of drinking.
Yeah, remember the Bacardi Rum Factory?
Yeah, is it still there, right?
Absolutely.
Wow, man.
It's a tourist trap, man. And when you freaking just down a whole bunch of fucking rum, man. I love rum because rum is like.
Where is it located at?
Oh, hold up, I forgot, man. I've been there a long time ago.
It's not in San Juan.
My dad was still alive when we went there. Let's see. Bacardi Rum Factory. Me cabrón. Bacardi Rum Factory. Listen, y'all can't say that you don't know where anything is these days. Location. I'm a shitty ass Puerto Rican, by the way. Horrible. It's in Cataño. So, I am by far one of the crappiest Puerto Ricans you'll ever meet your entire life. When coming up, I was ashamed of my heritage because everything was like Madonna, and if it was, there's no saying, if you weren't white, you weren't right. So, it was so my mom's English is not very good. My dad's Spanish is not very good. I don't know how they made it, but my Spanish is like very broken. Very broken. I can get around, but it's very broken. So I'm possibly, when I get to go to Puerto Rico, that's where my mom lives. My mom and dad. Well, my dad technically lives there. He lives rent free because he's dead. His ashes live there. They call me gringo. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. I am a first generation Puerto Rican raised in the United States, and it's pretty crappy of me that I've lost my culture for so long because in the military I had issues. When I was stationed in Fort Drum, if you didn't know, and I only know this because I was equal opportunity, you have to do this thing called QNSR as a EO, quarterly narrative survey report on how many whites, how many blacks, who's getting the Article 15s, and I found that in a support unit it was 50 to 60% minorities, but on combat units you maybe had 1 or 2 black people altogether that were combat arms, which is really rare. And being in combat arms, I found it to be Latino was very rare. So it wasn't the Latinos that took me in, it was the black people. And when a certain race takes you in, you tend to assimilate. Once in a while I'll code talk. I'll catch myself talking like I'm from the hood. I'm not from the hood. Kinda. Depends where you government housing at first, but then we, did like the Jeffersons and moved on up. And so my first wife was black. And the people that took me in the most were, if you want to look at it, old pictures of me, I look like a fucking Oreo cookie. I was a white filling in the middle. And I had to work twice as hard. Because I'll be real with you. Like, even my name did not scream Latino. My name is Robert James Pagan, or Pagan if you want to call it. And so you could say Roberto Jaime Pagan, but my government issue name, thanks to Dad, is Robert James. Because my dad figured if he named me after my doctor, I would be a doctor. That would probably be you, but not me. So one day, I was with my homie, and you know, I don't speak much Spanish, but I know some Spanish. And he said, my roommate, he's from Virginia, a black guy named Robert Gary, and or we just call him G because everybody had a nickname. And he tried to tell me to say Charles in Spanish is Charlito. I'm like, no, it's not. It's Carlos. He said, no.
Really?
It's Charlito.
I didn't know that. It's Carlos?
It's Carlos. Charles in Spanish is Carlos.
Wow.
And so I'm like, you know what? And I said, it's Carlos. He's like, no, nigga. Sorry, excuse my language. And I double and he said, it's Charlito. He said, from now on, I am going to nickname you. Your name is going to be Charlito. So back then, I was interested in black girls, but in the 90s, black girls weren't interested in somebody of Caucasian persuasion. I had to tell them I was Latino, but with the name Robert James, that shit didn't fly. And my nickname Bobby definitely didn't fly. So one day I'm up there, hey, shawty, what's good, ma? So I'm dancing, you know. She's like, no, crack ass. I'm like, oh. I'm Puerto Rican. She said, you ain't Puerto Rican. What's your name? And I said, my name is Rob. My name is Charlito. And she said, ooh, that's exotic.
That's funny, man.
And hook, line, and sinker, and it worked so much that dumb 19-year-old me, I used to have abs, and I'm not going to show you my stomach, but across my stomach is the word Charlito tattooed in Old English, just so they could believe me.
What's going on in the boxing world? I always get my boxing news from you.
So Manny Pacquiao's making a comeback, and it's crazy. He's going for a title. He's born in, I think, 79. And I saw some of his sparring. He looks kind of slow right now. I don't know if it's going to end up in disaster or not. I love Manny Pacquiao. That man is for the people. He's, remember, I told you, I don't give a shit if you're conservative. I don't give a shit if you're a liberal. All I ask is that you don't commit crimes and pay your taxes. I'm working on the taxes part. But, he said some conservative things. He said some things that he regrets saying. He said he views gays as animals, And remember, my oldest child is transgender.
Yeah.
So, he paid the price, lost his Nike sponsorship and everything, but he is a man of the people who tries to uplift his people.
Did he run for
He is a senator. He is a senator right now as we speak.
In where? In Philippines, right?
Yeah, he is a senator in the Philippines. He supported Duarte, who's kind of like a Donald Trump-esque type of person. Uh-huh. They had their own January 6th over there. So, it's crazy. Shit, it's really crazy what's going on. I could blame social media. I could blame the news people.
I was watching this guy. I forgot. I gotta find him and send it to you on Instagram. He said something cool. He's not famous or anything, but he said something very cool. He said, "Hey, listen, you live in an era that the president of most powerful country in the world, 2 a.m, sending AI created videos. Remember the Gaza video?
No, what's worse?
It was in the nightclub. He says the president does that. People do this, and then you're worried what you are about to say. I was like,
you really are. Like the guy did an AI photo of him as the Pope. I'm like, during the 9 days of mourning. That's crazy, son.
I was thinking of myself like that. No, my favorite thing was that the AI generated Gaza video. Did you watch that?
No,
dude. That was like few days after President Trump went to the White House. He created this thing. It's like I was imagining he might just laying down on his bed. Hey, let me just fuck around with the people. He created this video. It's in Gaza. I have to find it and send it to you.
Where he made it like a strip of like beaches and stuff like that.
Beautiful beach resort, and Elon Musk doing the money shower at the beach. Dude. And he posted it on Truth Social. So he did. It's crazy funny. Like the shit that I do. I sit down on the couch and I make that. You know.
And that's the thing is you know, internationally speaking, we look like mud. But this shit is fucking pure comedy. It doesn't get bad. Pure comedy.
I love it.
I don't love it because of what the damage is doing, but I can't stop laughing, and I feel guilty for laughing about this shit.
Dude, did you see when what do you call it? The French president, his wife slapped him in the face.
No.
That was like 2 days ago. He was coming out of the airplane. You didn't see that?
No.
Dude, they asked Trump yesterday. They said, "Hey, do you have anything to say?" He laughed. He's like, "I would just say close the door next time." Dude, she is laughing. I mean, come on, man. And a couple of weeks ago, it was an image of him.
Was he cheating or something?
Hey, when you married someone like 20 years old younger than you.
Look, a lot of the times, and I'm gonna be real. We saw that with Hugh Jackman. His wife is 20 years older. We're getting into the pop culture here. Yo, my guy hit the Control Alt Delete button really quick. when she started looking like a freaking a walking scrotum, he's like, yeah, you know, look. There's no. I will say this in public: domestic violence should be taken seriously at all costs, and especially in front of TV and being the president of France. But, yo, that was like, ugh.
I know.
Damn, I gotta see that shit.
Oh shit! I gotta find. Hold on.
Yo, edit that into this motherfucker.
Yeah, I will.
Edit that shit into.
Dude, So the funny thing is they are opening the airplane door, and the cameras are on the airplane door, right? They're opening that, and so the cameraman is up there, and he's like looking at when the president comes, he's not stepping a foot out. So right. He's still inside the airplane, but he's looking out, and he's turned to his right. He's turning to his right. He's like asking his wife. He goes forward, and then you see a hand, slapping on the face, and he goes like this, looking at the cameras, right? And then they are coming down. He does his arm like this, grab it. The wife doesn't grab his arm. I'm surprised you didn't see that. It was like 2 days ago.
Yo, he done messed up. It's like. How many times we see Melania, like, Trump puts his hands out and that she's like, that should be making me laugh. Yeah. It is what it is. The guy is, I'm not going to badmouth Trump. I'm not going to badmouth any politician because, let's be real. Oh, we're here to talk bullshit. We're not here to freaking.
Yeah.
If you notice, the sign off says "Welcome to the Shit Show." You remember, once again, the shit stands for super high intensity training. So we're training your minds into freaking being open and being receptive to anything. I will not pander to any freaking party. I used to be really left and everything like that. Then I started seeing people that started identifying themselves as furries and blue hair. And
bro, let me tell you something funny.
I'm good.
Let me tell you something funny, man. A while back, a friend of mine called me. He's like, "Hey Reza, he's like, Reza, my parents lives in around your area. I'm invited to a party. Would you like to go with me?" I was like, "Sure, man." And yeah,
this is not going to be good, is it?
My mistake. I say yes and sure to everything, right? So he's like, "Can I change my clothes in your house?" I was like, in my mind, I was like, why you want to come change clothes in my house, right?
What kind of party is this?
Exactly. So he came in. I'm wearing a sneakers, jeans, black t-shirt, typical, right?
Yeah.
He's like, "You coming to party like this?" I was like, "Yeah." Right. What do you want me to wear? We are not going to beach party, to a pool party, It's not, tie and suit.
Oh, this is gonna be delicious.
Yeah. But he goes to my bathroom and he changed his clothes, his outfit. He comes out with a leather pants and a see-through shirt. I was like, cool, okay, maybe, maybe he's gay. I didn't know that, right? Anyways, we go. He's like, I pay for your ticket. I was like, sure, cool, all right. We go there. We arrive at the ticket counter, welcoming us. He shows the invitation. I look down to my left. I see this individual sitting down with a handcuff with a motorcycle helmet, safety helmet on. I was like, okay, maybe it's the theme of the party. Now,
Okay.
so we walk in, we go to a party, it was lights and the smokes and shit. Like, I was like, cool, 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 after a while I'm going to a party. It was us first around the bar,
Yeah.
That was the bartender, hot girl, man, hot girl.
What you think is girl? Got it.
Like, I was like, oh, cool, you know me, I usually go flirt with the bartenders and things like that. And then while I was talking to the bartender, I turned, the dance floor was packed, right? Dude, I was the only guy in sneakers, jeans, black t-shirt. Everybody leather, but freaking gag ball in the mouth, face cover.
It was a BDSM party.
BDSM party.
Yo, all gimps. What?
Dude, check this out. Everyone, like the female freaking with the leash hitting the guys and shit like that. I was like, what the hell? and like some of them, they're like head to toe leather, face cover with the leather, gag ball with the horse tail on, with the shoes look like horse legs.
You had furries there too?
Dude, it was it was crazy.
That's fucking nuts.
It was crazy, man.
Yo,
and I
should have invited me.
And that's like official party. It wasn't like underground party or any shit like that. I look at my friend. I was like, dude, where did you bring me? He's like, oh, I told you I'll take you to party. I was like, yeah, I thought we were going to party.
This is not party. Yo, I've been through a couple of things in my life that have been questionable. But nothing like that. I went to a couple clubs. I'm not gonna say what, where, when. And a chick, was a Halloween costume, and she had a strap on. Oh fuck! And she's like, "We're going back, and guess who's getting it tonight?" I'm like. Look, man, I'm all for that community. I'm all for the BDSMs. I'm all for freaking. Like, if you want to dress up like a horse, that's how you look. I have this one real quick.
Well, okay,
let me put this out here. Look, I respect. My oldest is trans, and I respect trans. But act accordingly.
Yeah.
If you're a trans male and you want somebody to announce you, don't, and they get confused, it's okay. You just correct them and be on your way, and that happens. But when you come up, and I'm going to show this to you real quick. Don't misgender me with freaking blue hair and horns. You might get misgendered. Look, trans community is shit on a lot. Look, I got it. There's certain things I don't want to touch on because it's a little bit too political, but they get shit on. Dave Chappelle said it best when he said you had the gays, you had the bis. Remember the car scenario? Then you had trans, and even the gays and the lesbians are like, ugh.
Legend.
Yo, the absolute legend.
We have to go next time when he's here.
Yeah.
We must.
When is he ever here? He doesn't tour anymore.
No, he usually comes once a year. Last 2 years he's been here in Hard Rock.
That would be my dream to see Dave.
I as soon as I get the notification it's coming, I let you know. We go together.
I've been going to a lot of concerts, a lot of salsa.
Nice,
we saw Pitbull because my girl won the tickets from Power 96.
By the way, you're a good dancer. If somebody doesn't know, he's a good salsa dancer.
I'm decent. My girl is put circles around me. Bachata is fun. If you could take your girl to dance to bachata, super easy and it's super fun to dance.
I need to learn.
I could it is so when
I've been telling you let's go to Colombia,
yeah, that'll fly well with Rosie. That will fly well. You forgot she's Puerto Rican. Do you want to get me murdered?
Puerto Rican with the Dominican roots, right?
No, she's
Yeah.
Puerto Rican.
Oh,
Puerto Rican.
full. Oh,
She's
gotcha.
full.
That's
Like her. And here's the thing: is what's awesome about her is that her father not only played for the Yankees,
Really?
AAA team,
Wow,
but he served in the Korean War and the Vietnam War.
that's amazing, man.
I saw his flag being neglected, and so I bought the case and I engraved his name on it. And
It's amazing.
the guy served proudly. What's the one with the A? It's
Oh, I know.
red-
It's a,
red
it's
and
a
white.
unit.
It's
Yeah.
a big A.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think the unit is still exists.
I don't think it still exists, but let me tell you,
Yeah.
the guy served proudly,
Yeah.
and he's
Dude, let me tell you, man.
Amazing.
Those era veterans are different to our era.
oh
Like-
they ran in boots. God damn it!
Yeah, let me tell you, like when I compare Vietnam and Korean War veterans to OEF, Iraq and Afghanistan veterans, so funny. One time I saw this guy. He was a Marine, and I asked him. I was like, OEF, OIF. He was like, what's that? I was like, eh. You know, if you don't know, if you're saying you were a Marine for 10 years, you know, and you were in OEF, you don't know what is OEF, OIF. I'm not gonna continue that conversation.
We're not having that conversation.
Yeah, we are not having that conversation.
Look,
So those individuals, they don't know what is OEF, OIF. If you were in the military and you were in combat, OEF, OIF stands for Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring Freedom, which refer to Afghanistan. It's only for those individuals that they truly went to war, and they paid the dues and the price of sacrifice, whether the war was right or wrong, which as two combat veterans sitting right here, we are telling you those wars were wrong. But you know what? We had balls, we went to those countries, and we did the job that we had to do.
We said hello and then we killed them. But look, and if you want to, I have the fucking receipts. I have my DD214. I did the full 20.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot, because there's a lot of people that are they're fakers. You know what I mean? They're fakers.
Dude, one thing I like about like for example, a couple of days ago, I went to a dealership to buy a car. Memorial Day. Memorial Day, I went to
That electric car you had?
no electric car. I have it for a while. The BMW. I have it for about 2 years now.
What about
But-
the truck? I didn't see your truck here.
My truck. Oh, that one I returned it.
Oh, okay.
So no, so I went to buy a car Memorial Day, and I said, hey, do you have any veterans discount? They said, yeah. Do you have a DD214? I was like, hell yeah, I have a DD214. Here's my DD214. And I was like, you know what? Do you do that to everyone? They said, yeah. I was like, perfect. Because there are so many people take advantage of that. They said, no, as a matter of fact, they took a picture of it. They had to upload it, send it to the headquarters to verify that that's not. I was like, I respect that. I'm going to come to this dealership from now on if you're doing that.
Well, I'm looking for a new car, so.
Yeah, I tell you exactly where to go. And I give you
How much of a
information.
discount did you get?
A lot. And let me tell you more stuff. I got a discount, right? They came to me. I was like, hey, I was looking for different. To be honest, because
Hold up, we're time out. Receipts.
exactly, retirement. So
Oh, hold up, and who's got Vixen's? See that? Huh? Go to Vixen's, y'all. Support the team.
so, but after that, they find out that I'm a disabled veteran, and they took care of me. So, I'm glad that now we getting to a point, because unfortunately there were so many stolen valors and so many fakers among us. Now they are asking for documentation. Dude, I have thousands of copies of DD214 in my my dashboard, in my wallet, in things like that. So I'm glad that government cracking down on these things,
Absolutely.
and also areas that they are giving benefits to veterans, because there's so many assholes taking care of. Yes, please.
My DD214 is so packed with awards. I have 2 pages.
By the way, I have mentioned that several times, and I'm sure many of people that know me by now, they have heard the name Bobby a lot. This individual sitting right here, Bobby is a decorated war veteran. He spent 21 years of his healthy life in the United States Army
Uh,
combat.
I retract that. It's 20 years and 15 days.
20 years and 15 days, and he has multiple combat deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan. So tremendous respect for you, Bobby.
Um, so I had an issue the other day. I took this class at my job. I will not say because I don't, because not everything they agree with me with. Um, but they called me around 4:45 in the morning on Friday morning, and we had a veteran that was about to jump off a cliff, not a proverbial cliff, okay? Jump off the ledge, just say that. Vietnam veteran, 72, DACTO, and he didn't want to speak to nobody, and nobody at my work is a combat veteran. We have some veterans that are, that were medics in a hospital. We have some veterans. I'm the only one that's a combat arms veteran. And he was about to quit on life. And he's an airborne ranger in Vietnam. And let me tell you, there's something about the Ranger Creed that brings you back. I'm going to take 1 minute of your time. Ranger Creed.
All yours, man.
Recognizing that I volunteer as a ranger, fully knowing the hazards of my chosen profession, I was always endeavored to uphold the prestige, honor, and high esprit de corps of the Rangers. Acknowledging that a ranger is a more elite soldier who arrives at the cutting edge of battle by land, sea, or air, I accept the fact that as a ranger, my country expects me to move further, faster, and fight harder than any other soldier. And this is where I saved this life, okay? Never shall I fail my comrades. I will always keep myself mentally alert, physically strong, and morally straight. And I will shoulder more than my share of the task, whatever it may be, 100% and then some. Gallantly will I show the world that I am specially selected and a well-trained soldier. My courtesy to my superior officers, neatness of my dress, and the care of my equipment shall set the example for others to follow. This is where I got them. Energetically will I meet the enemies of my country. I shall defeat them in the field of battle, for I am better trained and will fight with all my might. Surrender is not a ranger word. He was about to surrender on his life. He's going to surrender his life. I will never leave a fallen comrade to fall in the hands of the enemy under any circumstances while I embarrass my country. Readily I will display the intestinal fortitude required to fight on the ranger objective and complete the mission, though I be the lone survivor. Rangers lead the way. I, personally, will never leave a fallen comrade, whether be it on the battlefield or PTSD. If you're hurting, man, I had a moment where I froze at work, and RZA lived the Ranger Creed for me. He came there for me. I was just not there. Just not there. I was going through some motions and just not there. And it happened not just once but twice. I went to Washington, D.C., and there was this amputee, Lieutenant Colonel, and it just brought me back, and RZA was there. Never shall I leave a fallen comrade. The Soldier Creed is based off that Ranger's Creed, man. It was hard. I had a long day yesterday. But knowing that, I don't know who you are, Louis. I don't know who you are. But I hope that one day you heal. I hope that one day you reach out. I hope that one day, Louis, that you find community. Because we are there for you. We're your brothers. We don't care your Vietnam. We don't care your World War II. We don't care if you're freaking Korean War. We care that you're a brother in arms. And never shall I leave a fallen comrade. That's all I have to say.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave this. I can't say anything after what Bobby said, and finish this podcast with this. Bobby Bobby, thank you very much for your service. You are a great man. And you have done great things for your family and your country.
Yo,
And
this motherfucker got me, bro.
yeah, and
Woo!
thanks everyone. Bye, everybody.
Before you say goodbye, last time I was here, I have some words of wisdom.
Yes. Oh yeah.
All right. So last time, so I brought one of my words of wisdom. I said the dildo of consequences rarely comes without lubricant. with lubricant. I have one more. Listen, there are people out there, and they're believing what they see, and they're stuck in the ways. We have look, my Latino community. I'm with you. My Venezuelans, my Cubans, Haitians are Latinos too. They're the very first Latinos. We did not. I don't forget about you. My Colombianos, mi gente. Stop believing what you see on TV. There's this famous saying that the trees welcome the axe just because the handle was wooden, and he made him feel like it was one of them. Just because somebody feels like they're one of you, don't mean they have good intentions for you. Don't be the tree that lets in the axe. Be safe. Stay out there. And remember, I'm not going to be one of those people that's going to say you voted on this or como what's the saying? The leopards ate my face.
Yeah.
I won't do that. All I ask is that you stay safe, and I hope that one day the resolution comes that you can come back to this country if you get deported and be a fruitful member of society. We need you. We love you. And I love you. And I hope that everything, look, in good time, everything will fix itself and right itself. It always does, okay? Be safe. Be out there, and you know what? God bless every single one of you. I love you all.
Love you too, Bobby. Thanks everyone for listening. Bye everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.